And so, where do we begin? How about we begin with yesterday's podcast when early on in the show, I basically opened the show talking a little bit about an updated thoughts on the documentary that I was in the works with Mike Klum to make over the course of this year, and that I decided against in January. And I really haven't said that much about it since then, because once it was done and canceled, there was really nothing else to say. But over the last few days, people have been coming into the chat here during my streams and talking about, oh, did you hear that Mike Klum is doing a documentary on this other guy, EDP, and what are your thoughts on that? And man, you really dodged a bullet. I really don't need to rehash what I said yesterday because it's all there in the show. You can watch it. I talked about it for like a good 20 minutes. In summary, I felt like I did dodge a bullet. Like, it seems like Mike, in the content that he's making right now, is catered in a direction towards this lolcow style content, or people who are, you know, really in a situation where, like, it's their last desperate attempt to get someone to care about them on the internet, and that's what his documentaries are. Correct? I mean, let's be honest. It was a Boogie like that. I mean, it was called The Sad Life, Dark Life of Boogie, and now you've got EDP, who everyone on the internet has hated on for, I guess, being caught out. A catfished, i.e., to expose that apparently the guy was involved with pedophilia. Again, I don't know, because I don't follow this stuff. I have no idea. I only know what I hear or what people tell me, okay? So, i.e., me being wrapped up in that kind of content is not beneficial for me, myself, or my brand, or my content, or my viewers, or anyone, right? Let's be honest. Even if my documentary would not have been like that, it still wouldn't have made sense, because then it's like you still get associated with it, correct? So, pretty much that's all I said yesterday, you know, about that. And apparently, I've been misrepresented in two different ways. So one group is saying, oh, did you hear how Phil is totally condemning, like, Mike Klum and EDP and all of this? Like, basically, he's, like, shitting all over them. I don't realize that happened. I don't remember that. I was here in this chair yesterday, and that didn't happen on the show. Yet people are saying that, right? And it's like, okay, sure. Sure I did, right? On the other side of it, people are saying I defended EDP. Really? So by me coming on my own show and saying, it doesn't make sense for me to do a documentary with Mike Klum because he's associating himself with people like EDP, that was defending EDP. Maybe in some weird parallel universe where right means left, up means down, it's actually the opposite. I'm telling you that guy is one of, you know, the worst liked people on the internet. Most people have written him off and said that this is like concrete evidence of the heinous things that he's done or tried to do. And the only reason he's not in jail is because it was done on the internet. Like, for example, if the police had set up EDP in one of these kind of to catch a predator situations, he'd be in jail right now. But instead, it was like people on YouTube who did it. So they got some YouTube views out of it, but it wasn't like able to be evidence for court or whatever. And so he's still out, you know, but definitely he's caught out doing this stuff, right? At least, again, this is what I'm to understand from what I've been told. I don't have any evidence sitting in front of me. I don't have any documentary that I've watched. This is what I've heard. This is like what people talk about on the internet, right? So anyway, with all that being said, I don't know how you can spin that into me saying I either am being completely unfair to EDP or Mike Klum, or I'm defending EDP. But it's hilarious because both situations are what people are saying I said. They're completely opposite, aren't they? Right? How could I have possibly said both? It doesn't even make sense at all, right? So, it doesn't make any sense. What they try to do is they try semantics. Like, I guess they said that I'd said either set up or framed or whatever. What I should have said was like To Catch a Predator. That's what I should have said. To Catch a Predator is a setup. They're setting you up to think that it's a situation that it's not. You show up and you get caught out for these heinous actions you were intending to perform. Correct? So maybe if I worded it better, doesn't matter. It's, you know what I said. If you were here on, you actually watched the show in context, you know exactly what I'm saying. But that's the problem with the people on the internet who don't like me. They literally take the stuff out of context, then say I meant this when I never meant to say that. Obviously, they're full of shit. So anyway, I just find it's funny that these idiots literally spin it two different ways that couldn't possibly both be true because they contradict each other. But you know my stance now, right, everybody? You understand it now? Okay, like, I'm not going to be doing a documentary regardless because I'm too busy to do it. My life is too hectic, and right now I wouldn't be able to do it properly. That's number one. Number two, I feel like a documentary is something you do when it's your last chance or your last desperate attempt. I'm not in that situation whatsoever. I have a successful business and a positive viewer base. I'm not in a situation where I have to make drama to get views and or be known on the internet. That's a good thing, okay? And yes, up front, I'm saying it publicly to the world, I'm not going to be involved in a line of documentaries that are involving people that literally have nothing to do with me or my life situation, because then you get an association with it, okay? Boogie was one thing, but now EDP, now it's like, yikes. So unless there's more stuff coming from Mike Klum that's nothing to do with that lolcow shit, then I don't want to do a documentary like that. You understand? Maybe there will be for different stuff in the future. I don't know. But as of where I'm seeing that going, I have zero interest in doing anything like that, all right? In fact, like I said, I dodged a bullet because I didn't know what was going to happen with other work that Mike Klum was doing and stuff like that. Now, let's say we were doing the documentary, and then it comes out he's doing an EDP documentary. Now everyone will be like, oh, so now DSP's associated with EDP, you see? So I do feel like I dodged a bullet, just being honest, okay? So there you go. That's my final stance on it. And I have nothing else to say about it because there is nothing else to say about it. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not involved, okay? Fair enough? So don't listen to the nonsense. I literally didn't say either thing that morons on the internet are saying I said. Just watch the show from yesterday and you'll see in context the whole discussion. Fair enough. Okay, outside of that yesterday, it was a great streaming day.